thingy.
It's on RFC, yeah.
Okay, we're live now. Hello everyone, welcome to World of Football. I'm joined by Mr. Stephen Irish Rugby, and we're talking about Liverpool transfer news because the season is basically over. First of all, Stephen, you went there for the Villa game, so I'm going to ask you your thoughts on that game. Liverpool 1-1. What did you feel about that?
Yeah. I watched it in a bar, so I did. Cause I got glimpses of the first half of it. Pretty not good. It wasn't the best at all. I'm pretty sure we had one shot on target. Well, I wouldn't say. I think we had one shot that went on target during the first half. But that was it. We didn't really be clinical enough. We weren't as mobile enough as we were in the past few games. But the second half was same really. But if it hadn't been for Bobby Firmino's last goal, we probably ended up losing that game. But I think that game overall showed me that that yes, the draw's good, but there's a lot of work to be done in the summer. Like we all thought that we need to all think about that. The squad is it capable to go on and win late next year? You need to, for me, no, because you're gonna have to add more stuff to it.
It's going to be very difficult.
Because you're gonna have to add more. You're gonna have to add more. Because you're gonna have to add more stuff to the squad. So it's almost like a club rebuild 2.0 in a way. So, if that's why we're here tonight, isn't it? To talk transfers.
So what we're gonna see. Are we gonna see are we going to rebuild properly? Because I think, Stephen, for us to be back to where we were last year, we need a massive rebuild. There is big problems with this football club. So first of all, who was your man of the match for you, Liverpool-wise, against Villa? Who was your man of the match?
Hello.
All good? Can you hear me now?
Hello.
We've got a bit of connection issues with Stephen at the moment. Let's double check. Oh, Stephen will be joining us back, people. Stephen will be joining back. But people, we're going to get the transfer news of Liverpool. There he is.
Hello?
Stephen's back. Yay, he's back. You're back. Can you hear me?
Probably connection. That's why the connection.
Okay. But let's start off first, Stephen. So this has come out 54 minutes ago. Speaking to some sources today, it is going to be very difficult for Chelsea to extend Mason Mount. It's looking more likely that we're going to sign him. I know we'll have all different personal opinions about if we like Mason Mount, but do you think Klopp could get the better out of Mason Mount if he was to be our second midfielder?
Yeah, I believe so. In my opinion, because we've seen what Klopp can do with players who have had a really bad season. I can think of one example. I can think of is Gino Wijnaldum. He signed for Newcastle, and it all went kind of shit to him. So, in terms of his Newcastle career, so that's why they got relegated. But fair play to Klopp, he wanted to give Gino Wijnaldum another chance, and it worked out. So, Mason Mount, if you were offering me a midfielder like him, I would say yes for sure. But you wouldn't want to rush him yet. You would need to get him gelled into the squad first, and how Klopp builds the system. So, but the way he's playing for Chelsea is obviously clear that he's not having a good season at all. Will Klopp be able to improve him? I hope so. I just don't know yet. So I'm stuck very much in the middle of it. But if you're offering me a midfielder to like him to hopefully reflects the midfield issue, then I'd say yes. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm not the biggest. I've got to be honest with you, Stephen. I'm not the biggest fan of Mason Mount, and I don't think a lot of us are either. But I think it's also a big thing with this whole Mason Mount situation is you've got to also take into account that we're not Jurgen Klopp, are we? We're not Klopp.
No.
Klopp knows better than us who the players. I think the only time he's been wrong is Before Salah, he wanted Brandt and all these players, and thankfully we got Salah instead. But we're not all perfect with transfers. I was listening to a podcast today with Fabrizio Romano, and he mentioned that he believes Liverpool will go for 3 midfielders. So we looked at the 2 are going to be Macallister, Mason Mount, and 1 more. Now, who do you think our third midfielder could be? Because I don't want our third midfielder to be Tielemans. I don't want Tielemans.
I wouldn't want Tielemans either, to be fair. Go to stay away from him. But I don't know. I mean, you can talk about who that third midfielder is. Who was it? I can't spell his name, but is his name Hingente or something?
Ugarte, yeah.
Ugarte. He's been thrown around lately through the Liverpool forums so a lot, and I mean, if you were to, I'll ask you, Jersey boy, from your standpoint, what would you think about him in a Liverpool shirt?
What, Ugarte?
Yeah, what would you feel about his?
Listen, I would love Ugarte, but the problem with me. People, sorry, bit of loud noise if I put a bit bad background sound, but for me personally, I would love Ugarte to be a third midfielder, but the problem is it looks like it's going to be 50 million release clause. And do you think we're going to spend 60 million on Macallister, 50 million on Mason Mount? That's what, 110 million, then another 50 million on Ugarte. I think it was 160 million. We need a defender as well. This is why I think we're going to go for 2 expensive, good midfielders. A third midfielder, which will be on the cheaper side, and then we will go for a defender, because I 100% believe we need a defender this summer.
Yeah, but you said defender. I believe the defender is crucial too. But what I've seen with Klopp in this new system is we've seen Trent being moved into the midfield. He still plays right back, but he's been moved into the midfield as part of a way for Klopp to get a new system going, especially going forward to next season. I feel like if you're going to bring a defender in, I feel like he should be both a centre he should be both a centre back, and he also should play right back as well, because he could. If he can get a right back, centre back into Trent's position, I'm going to say into Trent's position, you've got an option to move Trent into the midfield, and you can then put this other right back at the right back position and see how that goes. But who knows if that's to be the case. But I would like to see that. To be fair, I feel like see more Trent in midfield. He's shown glimpses that he can do a job there. So I believe that a defender is needed, but I would go for a defender who can play both centre back and right back.
100%. And the thing is, let's say we were going to go do that. Okay, we're going to go get a midfield defender. The problem with that, this is my personal problem with it. I'll explain to you what my personal problem with it is, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
My personal problem is as follows. If we're going to spend lots of money on a player like Mason Mount, I expect him to be a starter. So, if we're going to play Trent in midfield, who's playing CDM? You can't start Macallister, Mount and Trent in midfield, because we've got no defensive midfielder.
That's the question, isn't it? I don't know how Klopp's going to do it. Basically, if he wants to go with defender, I'd be all happy with it. I feel like we do need 3 midfielders and a defender, but I personally don't see Klopp doing the whole right back centre back thing. He can play both, but like you said, like the defending needs sorting out, especially from the midfield position, and because we've seen Fabinho won't last in terms of how he can play every game. He can have in this season. What I've learned from Fabinho is he can have a good game, then he can have a very off game. Henderson, look at Henderson. He's not getting any better, unfortunately. And for me, it's it's definitely, it needs to be flexible. Like if you think about it, if there's one player who's broke through the season, unfortunately who got an injury at the end of the season, there is Stefan Batacic. I believe Stefan Batacic has the potential, hopefully, to maybe move into, I wouldn't say move into Fabinho's position, but he can do all those things.
Yeah, but
if he, but if he can come back a bit early, hopefully for pre-season, and if he can put his stamps on that midfield, he could have something to say about that as well. So you've added basically a new body to that midfield. If you have Trent, if you have 3 new midfielders coming in, you've almost sort of fixed it in a way. I wouldn't say you've fixed it overall, but you've fixed a sort of spine that's been kept for about, say, 5 years of Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita, Ox. They're all potentially moving on soon. If he goes out and gets these things done and rebuilds this new team around the midfield, I believe that why can't we trust Klopp and hopefully what he's trying to do? But it's one of those things where you just have to wait and see. But I think we all agree that we'll hope that FSG do put the money down and back him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It looks like to me, I don't think I think he'll play inverted, and we'll keep playing inverted. I don't think we'll make him a full midfielder, because the problem with me is we need a CDM 100%. So for me, what I think will happen is next season, this is my prediction for the lineup next season, based on what I think we'll get. It's going to be Alisson, Trent, Kanate, Van Dijk, or the new defender. If the new defender is good enough, then 100% maybe goes in for Van Dijk. Robertson, I think Robertson probably got 1 or 2 more seasons in him as first choice. And then midfield, the midfield I'll see next season. Stefan, Macallister, Mount, Kone or Ugarte. One of those 3 in that right centre mid position. And then up front, I think next season our lineup is probably going to be either Diaz or Gakpo on the left, Nunes up top, Salah right.
Yeah, I feel like the front line, what you just said there, for me, I think it'll be Diaz, Gakpo and Salah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how Klopp will go.
I think Nunes needs a lot more time for me to gel in to for me to start. We'll have to see. So the news on the bottom of the screen there. So I'll explain to you what's happened. So I was listening to the Fabrizio Romano today, and he said that there was rumours going around on Twitter that Liverpool Macallister is a done deal. He said that's bullshit, but it's what he did say though. He said this: Liverpool are very, very advanced with personal terms with Macallister. It's easy to do the signing with Brighton, because what happened is when Macallister signed a new contract, they agreed on a exit clause. So it's not a release clause, it's an exit clause, which means, it's not like you buy the release clause and the player, and no one has any say in it. It's an exit clause, the kind of thing where there's a fixed fee. I think Liverpool have seen the fixed fee, they're happy with it. So we're going to get the... I think once we get the personal terms done, it's a here we go, because we're not going to go all into this to buy Macallister when we know what the price is. So Fabrizio Romano says if he were to guess, Liverpool to Macallister is 70 to 80% done. So we're getting closer, and I think it'd be good, Stephen, to get this signing out the way quickly, so then we can work on the other 2 midfielders and then get that defender in, because, as Klopp said, Klopp wants to have all the signings done before pre-season. And I think that's a good thing, because it means we can start gelling the new system straight away.
Yeah. And you hope that comes to fruition. That's what happened in his first rebuild, didn't it? And in fact, he's kept it going really since then. Like, he likes to gel in players before pre-season, and he just wants to have it like that. And he doesn't really do anything after that in the transfer window. So, but if that's going to be the case, then obviously it's good. Macallister, if you get him through the door early next week or something like that, will be really good. But I want to see more. We need to see more come in, before the pre-season, like July, because if Klopp and FSG don't, well, I'm going to say Klopp. But if FSG don't back Klopp, with more, like 2 more midfielders and a defender for me, that obviously FSG aren't really giving him the funds he needs. Now Klopp has brought in a new sort of guy to fill in the role that Julian Ward has left the post. But Klopp knows this guy inside out. So it's been interesting to see how he gets these sort of things done in the background. But I hope by the end of June we can see those things happen. But with FSG, it's the question of if they're going to do it. Like, we just don't know with FSG.
No, I'm sorry, but I have no real faith in FSG. We've been saying this. How many times, Stephen, have we heard next summer? So we hear it every bloody year.
Every year, and it's getting tired and boring. And I'm sort of reserved to it now. I'm just sort of reserved to what they're just doing. You know what I mean? And it's what can you do? I can't be depressed about it. So I just sit down and I just look at it and I just go, well, okay. Well, you're not giving us anything, so why? What's the point? But I hope that that's not the case, and this can actually be a real big summer this time. I think we all agree about that.
Listen, I really, really, really do hope. So we're moving from Macallister, and now we're going to move on to the goalkeeper. So apparently, because we're getting a new sporting director in, right? Getting a new sporting director from Germany. From what I've seen, he's Wolfsburg, former Wolfsburg.
He's a former player, so he was.
Yeah. And apparently we're looking at let me get his name up. His name is Rob Zieler. As a keeper, I've heard we might be looking at Rob Zieler as like the Adrian replacement, or maybe if Queevin goes, he might be the backup. But I really do think, though, I would like us to see. I don't know what you think, Stephen. I would like us to see if Queevin Kelleher goes. I want us to promote within, and I think maybe giving a good chance to Harvey Davis would be a great chance, a second choice, because if you've seen Harvey Davis in pre-season, he was very good. The English keeper, I think we played AC Milan, or I can't remember what team we played, Leipzig or whatever. He was in goal and he was making some belter saves. What's your thoughts on us maybe getting a keeper like that? Or would you be up for a keeper like that to be second choice, or would you be like me and want to promote within the football club, in the academy?
I feel like academy is crucial all the time. I always think about the academy all the time, and I always feel like players from that deserve game time if they're doing well. Like at Kelleher was one of those outstanding achievements. He came through the academy, and look what he did. He got into the Liverpool squad, not all the time, but he came into the Liverpool squad in some games, and it really helped his confidence. Like helping us win a League Cup. You know what I mean? And he was a hero for that. So. I've always felt like Kelleher has been a very good backup, but I think I said it recently that there's going to be a time now where he is in his career that he's going to want more first time football, and I can't really blame him. You know what I mean? Fair play to him. He wants to go and do other things. Fair enough. I won't judge for Allison anyway. So, in terms of what you're saying about this Davis guy from the academy, then why not? Why not? Goalkeepers are not like actual players who play in the midfield or the defence or in the forward line, and we just have the midfield, defence, and the forward attack more than goalkeepers. But so, like, if that's the case, fine. I would definitely give Davis a good chance. But if I see Kelleher leaving the club, I think Klopp's going to want to get a bit of experience, get a good goalkeeper in who he feels can do a job. And if it is from the academy or from the transfer window, who knows? But I feel like, would I go for Davis? Why not? I would back him.
For me, if we're going to get 3 midfielders and a defender, and let's say we spend 160 this summer, 160 million, and because FSG, we know how FSG are, then I would go from within. But I really do think this summer we need to spend the most we've ever spent, and I want us to see break the bank. I want us to break the bank. I don't want us to sign really, really expensive players. This is why I was never that really angry when we didn't get Jude Bellingham, because I saw that the project is bigger than Jude. Jude is Jude one player. Without the money we spent on Jude, we can get 3 midfielders, a defender, and maybe a right back.
Yeah.
And maybe we only get 2 midfielders. And
Yeah.
then we promote Trent to midfield, and then spend the money on the third midfielder on getting a good right back. Because look at Southampton. Southampton are relegated. You've got Kyle Walker-Peters, who'd be a good option on right back.
Yep. He needs to get you see players like that from Southampton who are relegated to the Championship, but they're still good quality. They'll want to move away back into the Premier League. So why not come to Liverpool, who yes, are not in the Champions League, but there's a way up. There's a way up. You know that your club can put positivity into your mind, and you can reach the top level. So why not?
Listen, 100%. Now we're going to move on to the last few bits before we end the stream. We're going to go on till about 1:30. The next thing is, I'll ask you this question. You're the manager, right?
Yeah.
What positions do you think we need to improve in to challenge next season, to challenge City? What do we need? Other than the midfield, is there anything else you would... Any other players you think we need?
Well, I've already said we need a defender anyway. But in terms of challenging for the league, I would say defense-wise, you bring a defender in, but on top of that, because of Virgil's form, in my opinion, it's a bit worrying for me. I feel like you need to bring in 2 defenders in if that's the case. I feel like you would need to bring in a defender who can reach Virgil's heights, because you saw how Virgil commanded that defence when we went to win the Champions League and the Premier League and the FA Cup and the League Cup and the Club World Cup. It was just brilliant if I kept that defence stable. But because of his injury, it has taken a toll on him, and when injuries take a toll on that, they don't come back to their usual self. So I'm a bit worried that Virgil may not get up to the heights he once used to. So in terms of going for the league, I feel like you maybe need to bring in 2 defenders at best, a new right back, may say 3 midfielders or 4 potentially, and then forward line. I think you're alright. I think you're okay on the forward line. But if you wanted to add a bit more goals, more goals, you wanted to break City's points tally, which always rates 95 points anyway. Maybe another forward, but you need to take that standpoint. But I think Klopp for me is trying to make sure that he wants to reach the top level again. He's going to stay here till about 2026 when he got a 4-year contract. So I feel like this is almost a rebuilding process of what he's going through right now. We need to work out for him next season though. He would need to reach for minimum. He would need to reach the top 4 to keep the transfer budget more going, and for FSG to keep backing him, and for him to keep rebuilding it in a way that we can reach those heights again. So I think that's the way I see it going, which I hope that we get to a point where FSG do back him, which I've said a few times, that FSG need to keep backing him. So that's why I say.
Outgoings. Obviously, we had 4: Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Firmino, and James Milner, all going. And Naby Keita, all of them 4 going. What other players should we get rid of this summer?
Get rid of the summer?
Yeah, because obviously if we want to spend a bit more, because I personally don't think we're going to do 100% sell to buy. I think this is the first time the player, like 18-19, we didn't really sell. No, we sell to buy because obviously with Coutinho. But I think this will be the first time where we don't actually sell to buy, and we mostly will spend, not based on outgoings. I think if we get lots of outgoings and make some money that way, then also we could use more money. So outgoings: Milner's gone, Keita's gone, Ox gone, Chemins gone, Firmino gone. All of the 4 on a free. So that's no money coming in. Looking at positions, we'll go for each player. Adrian, sell. Get rid.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid. Tsimikas, would you keep him, or would you go for a better left back?
No, I keep Tsimikas because he's decent, but I wouldn't say he reaches Randy Robertson's levels, but he's really good when he's good. You know what I mean? So I don't see any reason for a player like Tsimikas, he's Greece international and he's main centre back for them, or was left back for them. So I would just say keep. I would just keep Simicast. I wouldn't do anything risky to get rid of him.
Okay, so same with me. Same with me. I think Simicast again is a little bit of a player where he has not played well this season, but he has not played football. He's not been playing. It's very normal not to play that well if you don't play. Let's continue going then. Next position. Van Dijk. Would you cash in this season, or would you give? Or do you think he's able to do another more season? Because for me, I think Virgil is done at the top level. I mean, as in where he used to be. He's never going to get there again. I think we should keep him for one more season, and then maybe look at the rebuild at centre back position. But Virgil, would you do the same? Would you keep him for 1 or 2, 3 more years, or would you cash him in the summer?
I would not get rid of him yet. I would definitely not get rid of him yet. But I would say that if he doesn't improve for next season, if he keeps making the same mistakes, that there is an option to cash in on him. Who knows how much it'll be worth? But well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll give him just 1 more season.
Same as well. Let's go. Ibu has just come in. The problem is Ibu is obviously quite injury prone. The thing is, it's quite funny. There's a lot of rival fans. This is why I have to apologise to rival fans. A lot of rival fans, when we said Canate, said you're signing an injury prone defender, and we all said he's not injury prone just because he had a bad injury before. But he is injury prone. We can agree on that, right? Canate is injury prone.
Yeah, hi.
It's really a shame. He's such a good defender. Right backs, Trent, of course, stay in. Ramsey. From what I've seen though, before we got that big injury, I think he is solid enough. And I think, let's see how he does in pre-season. I want to, because we're playing Leicester and Bayern. I think against a Bayern Munich, because we're playing Bayern Munich in July. I would love to see in July us play. When we play Bayern, play Conor Ramsey at right back, Trent midfield, and see how that connection works.
Yeah, Calvin Ramsey for me has been very injured this whole time. Can they come back? I always feel when injury players who have an injury like that, can they actually come back from anything from their standpoint, if they're going to make them good or going to make them bad? I don't know with Calvin Ramsey. I would be on the stance to keep him, but we need to give him a bit more game time.
Yeah, 100%. Conor Bradley, Conor Bradley for me, loan. I think if Bolton get to the are Bolton in the final of the playoffs?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so yeah, for me, if Bolton get promoted, give him 1 more year loan, because I think it'd be very crucial to maybe helping Bolton go. Bolton will be in the championship, right?
Yep.
God, imagine he gets Bolton up to the Premier League. That'd be ridiculous. But for me, Conor Bradley's been very good. He's been Bolton's best player. For me, I would loan him out 1 more year. What about? Would you keep him in the squad? Or would you loan him?
Klopp has said that he praises Conor Bradley very much, and he also has come out and said he plans to use him going forward in a way that I feel like he can use in a squad if he wants to. But I feel like League One's a tough match to go back to the Premier League. So I feel like for me, you either loan him to Bolton again in Championship and see how it goes, or give him that experience in the Premier League if he wants to. But I would have no problem loaning him out again to Bolton if he wants to. But who knows if he'd be sold too. But I don't see him being sold if Klopp praises him that much. So I would definitely give him another loan.
I think it's good to see, just to see, as I said before, by the Bayern game, just to test to see how he does in pre-season, and see how Conor Bradley plays and see if he fits the formation and stuff. Okay, that's the whole back line done. Next one, Gomez, cash in. I'd cash in. Unless we guaranteed by Klopp that Gomez will play right back, because again, Gomez at right back is not bad. It's when he plays centre back. So for me, I personally would cash in Gomez. You get 20 million for him. I think maybe Aston Villa, a Brentford. Think of a team. Burnley, maybe a Burnley could fit in with Vincent Kompany.
Aye.
West Ham.
I mean, Gomez for me is he's capable of those clubs. Where I stand with Joe Gomez is if I don't think both of us would say he should be sold. Maybe I think he should be sold. He should be sold if they were to offer a good offer. But I don't see him being sold to someone by Klopp. But if you were to offer me good money, I would, because I don't feel like he just keeps the same standards, and they're sometimes good, but yet they're sometimes not so good.
Yeah.
So it's been a mix and match with Gomez, but he has been there from the start. He has been with those proper players, and he's done a good job. Who knows at the stage for Gomez? But I wouldn't sell him yet. But if you offer me a good bit of money, I would take it.
Sebastian, I'm going to send you the link now on Twitter, mate. So Sebastian wants to come on and talk. Oh my God, are you joking?
Anything happened? No.
I've just seen a transfer, and if this happens, this has got to be the most stupid transfer I've ever seen.
Okay, is it Chelsea?
No. This is big. This is big transfer. Big transfer.
Okay.
I'll tell you in a minute. I'm still sending this to Sebastian. So according to L'Equipe and Football France, they're very reliable when it comes to French football. Manchester United are in talks to sign Neymar. That makes zero sense. Neymar. That makes zero sense.
That's weird. Neymar's let's get no offense. Neymar for me is he's not at the top level. He's not at the top level anymore. Neymar's not at the top level. He's not the player he used to be. So if Man United and the actual Glazers decide to do this, then I feel like fine.
It's
but
the PR.
Yeah, probably. But I would say, are they risking themselves too much with that? Like they've done in the past. They made Man United made top 4 before, and they went and made horrible signings. So from an initial perspective, okay, fair enough. But that's weird. It's a weird deal. It's a weird deal.
Sebastian, hello. First of all, I'll go again. So from what I've seen by a United fan I follow, he's one of the best content creators I hear on YouTube.
You're gonna put me on the stream, or?
Are you on the stream? You're on the stream.
Yeah, like.
You're already on the stream.
Let me see what MUFC Cass has said. Right, he put 100% not happening. But L'Equipe and Get French Football News have said active negotiations between MUFC and PSG for Neymar. Do you think Neymar to Man United makes any sense?
To be honest, if I would be Neymar, I would probably go to like Chelsea or something. Like the pressure of playing for like these teams like United, Liverpool, City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. I think if he goes to like Chelsea, he won't have that huge of a pressure because Chelsea are not like at the moment they're not a team that fight for the title, fight for top 4 right now at least. But I think Neymar, he's a very good player. I'm not gonna take obviously this PSG time away because he has not been that great for PSG, but he carried them in the 2020 season, Champions League season. But since Barca, he hasn't been the same. But if I were Neymar, just play like 1 or 2 seasons for like Chelsea or Man United, and then go back to Brazil and try to play the Copa Libertadores with like Santos or probably Santos because that's his boyhood club. So.
Yeah, but who would be their? So what would be their front 3? Martial, Neymar, and Martial, Rashford. That's the problem. Look, they've got they'll have Rashford, Neymar, Anthony, Sancho. They can't play all of them. So for me, it makes zero sense. I don't think any club should go for Neymar. And my point is because they're going backwards.
Right now, where Neymar's status is as a player, it'd make zero sense for the Glazers to go and do this. It'd be so Glazers to go and do it.
Or,
It'd be,
or you play Neymar in that 4-2-3-1, but you play him as like.
But where does Bruno Fernandes go? That's the problem.
No, you play him in the striker role, but he drops back and.
So you play false 9, but you can't play a false 9 of. You play false 9, 4-2-3-1, or you play 4-3-3 with him as an attacking 8.
Yeah, because I think
false 9. But I think I think it's stupid because I think Man United need to go for a striker, not
who should they go for? Because I've seen that Osimhen would rather go to London.
This is the interesting thing, right? After all this news about him not going, apparently now the Napoli manager is going to leave this summer.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. And there's.
If I was Tottenham, I would be all over that.
I don't think he will. If he goes to Tottenham, I think that would be great, but not right now.
No, probably he'd probably be like Klopp and take a year out of football or something.
No, I don't think he will. But it depends, though. If Kane stays, I think Osimhen will stay. Because
100%. And if you look at, I think they're going to go for that guy for Feyenoord. What's his name?
Santi Jimenez.
No, not Feyenoord.
It is Santi Jimenez.
No, I can't remember his name.
Is he a striker?
No, I'm talking about the manager, not striker.
Arne Slot.
Slot, that's it. They're looking at Slot as the
and they also look. If they get Arne Slot, I think that would be great for them. I think Arne Slot could
They need a project manager, not an elite manager, a project manager.
Yeah, that's why I think they have not won any trophies recent years with Mourinho and Conte. Because I don't think these managers suit Spurs. I think like a Pochettino who nearly won the Champions League with Spurs. If he would have won the Champions League, I would have probably said that he should have stayed. But Liverpool won it, so who really cares about that anymore? So
moving on from that though, because obviously Stephen's only going to be here another 6 minutes. We're going to when Stephen goes, me and you, Sebastian, will talk a bit more about what you think. But Stephen, we're going with the outgoings. Okay, so we'll give you a walkthrough what we've done. So Sebastian, me and Stephen said we'll keep Queven Allison, so that's fine. We'll sell Adrian. Left back, we'll keep Robertson, Simicas. Centre back, we'll keep Van Dijk for 1 more year. We'll sell Gomez. Matip's probably going to be sold as well. Right back, we'll keep all 3 right backs except Connor Bradley, because we think Connor Bradley is a player which would be very good out on loan, like Bolton again another season. Midfield, let's go midfield now. We'll go for you first, Stephen. Fabinho, keep or sell?
Keep very quickly. I keep him because I back him again like Virgil van Dijk. I want to see how Fabinho goes for 1 more season. He's getting 30. He's going to be 30 years old next season, and who knows if he reaches the highest again. But I'll give him 1 more season because he has had good games. So he has. For
me, exactly the same. Quickly, for me, exactly the same because I believe we can't be selling him after 1 bad season. It's 1 bad season. Sebastian, Fabinho, keep or sell?
It's easily for me keep because I think he has.
He'd be a good rotation between him and Bajcetic.
Yeah. Or if we get,
like you don't have to play Fabinho in every game.
Exactly.
You don't have to.
But now we've got Bajcetic next season. We can rotate every so often.
Yeah. And if we sign Ugarte, then we would have another CDM. So he can play CDM. So
true. Okay. Next up, you sold Milner. Henderson. I think we should keep Henderson, and this is why I think we should keep Henderson. Because even though I don't like Henderson at the moment, he's the perfect Milner. Do you get what I mean? Like 70,
hopefully.
80 minutes, the end of the game, bring him on to slow the game down. For me, keep Milner, Henderson for one more season. Or, if we have a club in the summer who are very clearly want to sign him in the summer, then sell. But if not, then I'll keep him for one more season. Sebastian, Henderson, keep or sell?
If I would sell him, I would give him to City and bring in Kevin De Bruyne. But I
City
think
won't do that.
that would be the dream. But I think we should keep for one more season. I know he annoys everyone, especially Osam, because he absolutely despises Henderson. But I also do it, but I don't care. He is the captain, and I know how good he has been, but he's not a starter anymore. If we can rotate, because we will be in the Europa League, then we can play him there, but not in the league anymore.
For me, the good thing is the big thing is we're gonna get banter for this, but I actually do think Europa League next season is a good thing for us because it means we can rotate the Europa League group stage depending on the group, and I think us getting top 4 papers over the cracks. But Stephen's got to go. Stephen, thank you so much for coming. We're going to do a big panel show for the Transfer One next. And Stephen will be back with us on Sunday for the Premier League multiplex. We're going to be watching multiple games at once. And Stephen will be commentating Liverpool, Southampton. And me and Sebastian were looking at other games as well. So thank you so much for coming on, Stephen, and I'll see you on Sunday.
Cheers, mate. It was really good.
Yes,
It was really good speaking tonight. It was really good speaking tonight. Talk about transfers, and we'll speak on Sunday. Cheers.
The Reds, up the Reds, up the Reds. Up the Reds, up the Reds. All right, Mr. Sebastian. Let's continue going, sir. First of all, it's been a while since you've been on, which is good to see you back. We're going to do a Premier League multiplex on Sunday, which means we're going to look at different games. So, if you want to be involved, I would love for you to come watch a game. Stephen's going to do Southampton, Liverpool. I'm going to do Everton, Bournemouth. And I've also... That's the game I'll be watching, but the game I'll also be keeping an eye on is obviously Leeds, Tottenham. If you were to come on, what game would you like to watch? Because Leicester are still mathematically in the league.
I'm not sure yet. I will have to see the fixtures to see. Because,
Man United has no meaning. Newcastle has no meaning. I don't know really. Should watch Chelsea lose again.
To be fair, I'm gonna see what game, because I probably will watch Allsvenskan at the same time, because it's 2 big matches on the day. I probably will watch Brighton, Aston Villa.
No, that's the one, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do all 3 of us. I'm going to watch Everton, Bournemouth. You're going to watch Brighton, Aston Villa. And Stephen will look at Liverpool, Southampton away.
Yeah, because Villa, Brighton is there. If Brighton win, they go to the Europa League.
No. Brighton. From what I've seen, what I believe, Brighton have confirmed Europa League next season.
Yeah. But if they lose to Villa,
it's about who gets 5th and 6th. I think we've got 5th in the bag. I think we'll get 5th. Because I think Brighton will lose
to City.
Yeah. It won't be an easy game for City, but I do think it'll be. I think they'll lose that game by like 2 goals. And then we will beat Southampton, and then they'll win. I think that probably will be a draw, Villa, Brighton, or maybe Brighton will win. Because I do want to see Villa get Conference League. I want to see Villa in Europe next season.
Villa, if they win if City, for example, win by a lot of goals versus Brighton, they could, and Aston Villa wins versus Brighton by huge. Aston Villa could get 6th if they batter Brighton
could happen. We saw Everton do it, but I don't think it will happen. But let's go on to the transfer stuff. So, are you happy that we're very close to signing Macallister?
Yeah, he's a perfect player, I think, for the club. Obviously, he looks like Jonathan Morley, so yeah, I think he was the best CM for Argentina. Well, I think he's an excellent player, would fit exceptional with Klopp. I'm very happy with that transfer. So yeah, I think he will be a very, very good signing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Listen. In terms of what's been happening, I've been watching the Newcastle Leicester. Newcastle have not been that good. They've been very, very dirty this first half. It's been a very, very, I think Leicester have been quite unlucky. Maybe it should have been a red card for Newcastle. For us to get top 4, Newcastle for me are definitely in the top 4 now because they only need a draw. And Newcastle will stay in top 4. For us as United, if the deciders chance for us to go top 4, we need Frank Lampard, Agent Lampard, to win versus United, and we need Adrian Mitrovic to win against United. Won't happen though, because I think what will happen is they'll either draw or beat United, beats Chelsea, and they'll I think they'll probably draw to Fulham. Mason Mount, Sebastian, looks like he's looking very difficult for him to sign a new contract at Chelsea. If Klopp makes it very clear that he wants Mason Mount as the midfielder, would you back Klopp in that decision?
No, because I think Mount is an awful player. Like, he only have one good game in his career. It's the game against City in the Champions League final. That's the only game.
I thought it was good against Real Madrid.
Yeah, he was okay, but Real Madrid, they have slow, bloody sentiments. But I think he is just a younger version of Henderson. Just absolute disgrace if we get him. But I might still be kind of happy with it because he's better than what we have right now. Like, he's better than Milner and Ox and Keita. So I guess Klopp, to do your magic, and if it somehow turns into prime Zidane, I'm fine with it. So Klopp, do your magic. I don't mind.
Okay, next part, Sebastian. So there's going to be 3 kit numbers available in the summer. Number 10, number 7, number 9, number 8. Who would you know those numbers to go to? For me, I think Nunez should be 9, because obviously he's a striker. The striker should get 9. 7, I think Luis Diaz 7. It's good. And Macallister number 10. And I think if we get Mason Mount, he's going to be an attacking 8. So you may as well get number 8. What do you think?
I think we should not give Luis Diaz the 7.
Or would you give him 10? Or would you keep his number at the moment?
I would keep everyone's number except Nunez. I would give him 9. But I will save number 7 for someone that probably unrealistic, but I would.
Kylian, you want Kylian, Daniel, you want Kylian.
I want Kylian. Please give me him. Give me Kylian, Nunez, and Salah. We're winning everything.
No, we're cooking. But
yeah, we cook everything.
Bo,
imagine that attack.
But we've got FSG. They're not going to fucking sign Mbappe. But it's been made clear, right, by Mbappe that his mum is a Liverpool fan, right? Mbappe's mum is a Liverpool fan. Probably going, go Liverpool 2024. But he's going to Madrid, bro. He's going to Madrid.
I don't know, number 8. I don't want to see Curtis Jones having a mate. That will make me throw up.
Yeah, but to be fair, Curtis Jones has been very good. Like every game in our winning streak has been good.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like Curtis Jones number 8.
No, I think 17 is his number. That's like his, like for example, 2066. Yes, it's an academy number, but some numbers are connected. There are mules everywhere with number 66. If you change it, ruins it, doesn't it? Like Salah, 11. I think number 9 for Nunez works. I think Luis Diaz, 7. Macallister, 10. Mason Mount, 8. And yeah, man. And I think if Thiago goes, we should give number 6 to the new defender.
To Inacio or someone.
To Inacio or Ndika or... I don't even know what other defenders are available. So 5 players. You've got 5 players to sign in this transfer window. Who are you going for? 5. First, you've got to give me the positions you want to sign. And then 5 players. And I'll do the same thing. Give me 5 players.
I'm with 3 midfielders. 3 CMs.
Yep.
1 attacking-minded player, like a center attacking midfielder, and then 1 centre back. Oh yeah, you know what? I take 2 CM, 1 cam, 1 right wing. I forgot about that, and then 1 centre back.
Because we do need a right winger, because Gakpo is clearly the Bobby replacement. We need a right winger to challenge Salah. So for me, I'm going 3 midfielders, 1 centre back, 1 right back. That's what I'm going with. So you go first. Give me your 5.
So for the attacking midfielder that we actually were linked to, that I've seen for a couple of months. Lucas Sergic from Salzburg. There's 2 CMs. Obviously, we're gonna sign Macallister, so I'm not gonna count him in.
Macallister's not done, by the way, but it is, as Teresa said, it's 70-80% done because there's a fixed fee with Brighton. The price of Macallister is not a problem because there is a fixed fee. It's the personal terms.
Yes, it's 70% done. So I'm gonna say Kone from Mönchengladbach and Ugarte, and then for centre back, I'm gonna say Inacio from Sporting as well.
And your right winger?
You know what? I'm gonna go for an out there player that people not really have looked. I'm going for Doku from Stade Rennes.
Yeah, good choice for me. Macallister. I'm gonna count Macallister. I'm gonna go Macallister, number 1. That's my first transfer. Second one will be, this is what I would like, and this is what I think will happen. So, I think will happen. First one, what I think will happen. Macallister, Mason Mount, and Yuri Tielemans on a 3. That's our 3 midfielders. Centre back, Ndika on a 3, or if not, we go get. I'm trying to think of a centre back. We get that guy off Southampton, Bella Kotchap. We get Bella Kotchap, and then we get Kyle Walker-Peters. Our right back.
You know what? I can see us getting
or Livramento as well.
You know, I can see us getting Bella Kotchap and Livramento or Kyle Peters.
Because what happened said Lavia. I think City might be in for Lavia.
I think they're gonna buy his back clause.
Yeah, but I think that's not valid till 2024. But I think they will probably, what will happen is they will go in for him, try and buy him for. Remember, he's in. Remember, he's in. He's going to be in the Championship, so we're going to have to see. Oh, goal Newcastle. They're gone. Oh no! Wait. Is it being disallowed? What's going on? So I'm seeing a lot of Leicester people going mental. So, ooh, very close by Newcastle. Sorry, it's not in your 1-0. Newcastle very, very close. Newcastle getting closer to the first goal. Now, Sebastian, what would you rate that transfer window? Macallister, Mason Mount, Tielemans, Bella Kotchap, Walker Peters. That in total, I think, would be about £150 million. 150, 160.
First of all, the players that I want, I'm gonna rate it. The transfer window I want, that I suggested, those players. I would give that an 8.5. And what you said, I would give that probably 7 or 8.
Yeah, for what I want, this is for what I want now. For what I want this is what I want. What I want, here we go. Macallister, Ugarte, Kefrin Thuram, defender, Sporting Lisbon in that show, and I would go right back. There's not a lot of good right backs around. Trying to think of right backs. I'd probably go Carl Walker-Peters as well, or Liverpool, one of them. Or maybe you could go Lavia and go Macallister, Kefrin, Lavia. But yeah, so that's for me. By the way, Newcastle have just hit the post. Newcastle very unlucky not to be 1-0 up at half time. Yeah, so Sebastian, how much do you think the budget should be for this summer? Like minimum, what should the budget be?
180.
180. I think 200. If we, how many transfers do you think? How many players do you think we need to bring in to challenge City next season? Sorry.
Five or six.
Agreed. We need a whole new midfield, and I think we definitely, if we had extra money over, I would then get the right winger, because I do think we need a right winger. Because Jota can't play a right wing, Gakpo can't play a right wing, Nunes can't play a right wing. We need a backup.
Bring in Kulusevski. Just do it. Bring in Kulusevski. That's fine.
No,
Juve doesn't want him.
Never gonna sell us.
Juve doesn't want him. Spurs doesn't want him. So he's still on loan from Juve.
He's on loan, but they've permanently signed him.
No, they ain't. They have not done it. So
no, if he goes back, then I don't know. We have Kulusevski.
Yeah, to come to Liverpool. It's fine.
Before we end the stream, give me your thoughts, Sebastian, on Southampton. We've got Southampton next. Do you agree with me that top four is over?
Yeah, 100%. I've already looked for tickets to Bulgaria, Romania, North Macedonia, Sweden. Okay, I don't know if...
Would you take the Europa League seriously?
From the quarterfinal, yes. Depends if Sevilla goes to the competition, then I would say yes.
No, but for me, I would take it seriously, depending on the group. Let's say we get a very good group. Then I would go. You could play Queven in goal, Ramsey. You can maybe, let's say, we could do a midfield of like Bajcetic, Mount, and Henderson.
Maybe.
Play Gakpo, Jota, and the right winger or whatever, stuff like that. You know, make big changes.
The stadium is gonna be in Dublin.
Which is good. It's going to be in Europe, which is quite close, which is good to see. So, do you agree with me that 1 year in the Europa League isn't as bad? I think Europa League will kind of force the club to make the changes.
I think so.
So it's like a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call we've needed, I think.
And I think big clubs, other big clubs, is gonna be in the Europa League.
Man United have been in the in Europa League. Arsenal been in the Europa League. Man City,
Yes.
Man City been in the Europa League. They've been in the Europa League.
No, they haven't.
Fair play. So they've only qualified for Champions League in Europe, and they're gonna win the quadruple. I put a TikTok out there, and I still stand by it. They'll win the Champions League. I put one when it was the quarter-final stage. I said City would beat Bayern, they'd beat Real Madrid, and they will face Napoli in the final. I got that wrong, of course, in Napoli. But still, I said it was Italian team versus Manchester City. I think Man City will win the final. I did a thing where TikTok could choose the score, and TikTok said the score was going to be 5-3 to Man City.
Like legit, no people keep underestimating Inter. Like
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just I can't see this City team being stopped. They are too good, Sebastian. They are too good.
Yeah, but it's Inzaghi. He knows how to play, and I think he's gonna.
Of course, I would love Inter. I would laugh so much at this City fans.
I'm telling you, if Lukaku scores the winner,
I said the only way I can see it happening is it's like 2-1 Inter and Lukaku scores the winner.
Inzaghi has not lost to bold managers.
Or Lukaku or Edin Dzeko.
Inzaghi has not lost to any bold managers this season, so keep that in mind.
We're doing that. It's the bold manager tax. It's got the bold manager tax.
I'm telling you, Inter is winning the final.
Okay, and I'm telling you it's going to be 3-1 Manchester City with Erling Haaland scoring 2.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sebastian is a knobhead. I'm joking. He's a fantastic person. People, make sure to subscribe, leave a like. Our next stream on here will be... we're going to take a bit of a break off the content for a little bit. So our next stream will be Friday. Friday, people, we will be doing a live stream with a few of us doing the final Premier League preview. I'll be joined hopefully by Sebastian, Stephen, Doug from the Dugout Football Channel, and some other Liverpool fans doing Liverpool Southampton, looking at the relegation, where we go from next season. And then you'll be joined by me, Sebastian and Stephen on Sunday for the Premier League multiplex. We'll be looking at all the games. And then we'll do a Premier League season review. Then we're going to take a bit of a break. We're going to take a couple weeks break. And then, people, we will come back after one or 2 week break for the transfers. We'll do weekly, during the weekdays, daily morning transfer videos, looking at Liverpool transfers and other clubs as well. We will also be and then we will start. Then after the week break, we'll start doing morning transfers. We will start doing the Euro qualifiers. So we will be doing France, Gibraltar, Northern Ireland against, I think it's Denmark. We'll be doing Sweden. We will be doing England, all that kind of stuff. Then we'll be doing the Nations League finals. then we'll be obviously then we'll be doing a collaboration between me and Elite Sports TV, where we will be covering the Gold Cup with Jamaica. So we've got a very busy summer, and then of course in July we'll be doing all the friendlies. Of course we'll be here with Stephen, Sebastian, Yusuf for Liverpool v Leicester, Liverpool v Bayern in pre-season, and of course we'll have probably one or two more games in England. So yeah, thank you for coming on. Do you want to let the people know where they can find you, Sebastian?
Yes, obviously on Twitter. You guys could follow me there. Obviously, I did before this stream. I did fast 10-minute stream with AD744 on Juventus 10-point deduction.
Bro,
which
these guys cannot take a break. They had.
And they are losing 2-0 to Empoli.
Yeah, no, they had 15-point deduction, then it was reversed, and then they've got another point deduction, and they're losing.
Yeah, and they just conceded 3-0 to Empoli,
Oh
and they're playing us on Sunday, so it's going to be very good.
Bro, there's quick question to you. Can you explain to the viewers what's happened with Juventus? Why have they got a 10 points deduction? I don't actually know. Why have they got a 10 points deduction?
Because they are corrupt bastards. No, I'm joking. I think the transfer deals, with the Pjanic and all those kind of stuff.
That was so dodgy. I knew it was dodgy the minute I saw it. Why would you swap Arthur for Pjanic? Arthur was balling at Barcelona and Pjanic was doing shite. What would you swap?
Yeah.
It's money laundering. Allegedly. I don't know.
And it was like all the transfer dealings that they did, because it was corruption or something. But yeah, on my channel this week, coming up, it's going to be some watch-alongs for Libertadores, and so then I'm going to be joined by 2 or 3 people. So I'm going to have fun while watching.
I'm going to be taking a break because obviously I've got some family stuff to do next weekend, but I will be back. Of course, I said I will be back for Sunday. But content for this week. There will be no content for the rest of the week. The next video or stream will be Friday. But keep up with it, because while I'm taking this little hiatus of YouTube till Friday for the Premier League preview, I will be doing TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So keep up with the little TikTok videos, YouTube Shorts. I made one yesterday about the whole Vinicius Junior situation. How La Liga, I'm disgusted with La Liga. How, as a league, are you doing fuck all about racism? They're doing nothing. I'm seeing everyone going, oh, he's making it worse for himself. Vinicius Junior is inviting it on. It does not matter if he does rainbow flicks, nutmegs everyone, and celebrates in front of the opposition fans. That does not warrant racism. I'm discussing La Liga. The La Liga president should be sacked as soon as possible. And 100%, I think Valencia should be punished. Their fans should be punished. I believe next time it happens in a Real Madrid game, Vinicius and all the Real Madrid players should walk off the pitch and tell them, we're not playing till you sort this shit out. And I honestly think next season Valencia should get a ban where they play with only away fans, because that will teach the fans a lesson. No to racism. Don't be racist. Don't treat Vinicius Junior or don't treat any player like that. It's disgusting. I made a TikTok on that. TikTok on the Champions League final. We're doing them every so-and-so day. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Thank you, Sebastian, for coming on. And we'll see you guys for more content here on the main YouTube channel on Friday. And if not, I'll see you on TikTok or YouTube Shorts.